The East Coast is facing a relentless onslaught tonight, not from a storm hitting the shore, but from a powerful force churning far out in the Atlantic. Hurricane Erin, the first major hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic season, is causing widespread disruption from the Carolinas to New York. Flooded streets in New Jersey, closed beaches in Ocean City, and massive waves battering coastal defenses mark the chaos. Even experienced surfers are being dragged from dangerous rip currents. This storm, a Category 2 hurricane, shows that landfall isn't necessary to unleash devastation. Tonight, we explore how Hurricane Erin has transformed the East Coast's summer into a scene of destruction. Hurricane Erin's journey began far from U.S. shores, forming near the Cabo Verde Islands off Africa's coast on August 11. Fueled by the Atlantic's warm waters, it grew rapidly. By the weekend, it briefly reached Category 5 status, with winds exceeding 160 miles per hour, strong enough to demolish structures and reshape coastlines. While it weakened slightly as it moved north, Erin remained a formidable Category 2 storm with 100 miles per hour winds by the time it neared the mid-Atlantic. Its massive size, spanning hundreds of miles, generated dangerous swells and rip currents that pounded beaches from North Carolina's Outer Banks to New York. Meteorologists emphasized that Erin's impact didn't require landfall. Its far-reaching circulation eroded shorelines, flooded towns, and produced waves up to 16 feet high, towering over coastal infrastructure. For coastal communities, summer vacations quickly became a struggle against a rising ocean. By Thursday afternoon, the storm's effects hit hard. Along the Jersey shore, floodwaters spilled into streets before high tide. In Wildwood, a popular tourist spot, the main road, Rio Grande Avenue, was closed as water surged across it. Police evacuated motel guests and residents from low-lying areas. In Egg Harbor Township, officers went door-to-door, urging families to leave before rising waters trapped them. Social media captured the crisis: cars half-submerged, families wading through knee-deep water, and emergency crews navigating streets resembling rivers. Long Beach Island, Atlantic City, Ocean City, and Manasquan faced similar flooding, leading to closures of major roads like Long Beach Boulevard. The water's deceptive appearance hid its danger: shallow in some areas but deep enough in others to swallow vehicles. Authorities repeatedly warned, "Turn around, don't drown," yet some drivers needed rescuing after underestimating the floods. Beach patrol teams worked tirelessly, warning people to avoid the ocean. Despite this, some surfers were drawn to the massive 12 to 16-foot waves, which posed deadly risks. Lifeguards reported frequent rescues as the powerful surf swept even strong swimmers out to sea. The raw energy of Hurricane Erin was evident in every crashing wave, underscoring the storm's ability to endanger lives far from its center. The Jersey Shore's battle against Hurricane Erin unfolded not just in weather reports but in the lives of residents, workers, and visitors. From flooded homes to stranded vehicles, the storm disrupted daily life. One local remarked, "I lost my car to the flood, same as others. Those new cars are gone." Yet, amidst the chaos, communities showed resilience, with emergency crews and neighbors working together to face the storm's challenges. Police cordoned off streets as floodwaters rose, trapping vehicles in their wake. Residents waded through knee-deep currents, abandoning cars as the water roared like a river through their streets. Emergency sirens wailed above the howling wind, a desperate call guiding families toward higher ground. Officers moved door to door, urging immediate evacuation before the next wave of the tide hit. Along the beaches of nearby towns, the scene was otherworldly. Beach patrol trucks inched along the shore, their flashing lights cutting through the stormy haze. Lifeguards bellowed warnings, urging onlookers to steer clear of the churning surf. Yet, crowds gathered on dunes and boardwalks, captivated, phones raised to capture waves crashing violently against stone jetties and seawalls. The atmosphere felt cinematic, with flickering streetlights, sand-pelting windows, and the ocean inching closer with every surge. Here, the narrative shifts to the eerie aftermath, showing how a vibrant tourist destination falls silent under nature's dominance, evoking a sense of loss and awe. As dusk settled, the lively coastal towns grew quiet. Boardwalk shops, once aglow with neon, stood dark, their signs submerged by floodwaters. Restaurants closed their doors, and streets, hours earlier bustling with families, became rivers illuminated only by the faint glow of emergency vehicles. For locals, this wasn't just a storm, it was a humbling reminder of the ocean's untamed power, reclaiming the shore despite human efforts to hold it back. This section ramps up the tension, focusing on the storm's peak and the human response, with vivid imagery of stranded vehicles and urgent evacuations. As night fell, panic gripped the coast as the storm's outer bands collided with a high tide. Streets in multiple towns transformed into torrents, with videos showing cars stranded, their headlights dimming beneath the water. In one town, a major avenue was shut down after being swallowed by the flood. Homes and motels in low-lying areas were evacuated, with families leaving behind possessions to reach safety. Police went door to door, guiding residents and visitors through ankle-deep waters under the pulse of flashing red lights. On the beaches, lifeguard patrols roamed in trucks, blocking access to the raging surf. Visitors were permitted to walk the shoreline but cautioned to stay back from the water's edge. The ocean roared, a reminder of its unyielding force, as the storm reshaped the coast and left humanity watching in awe. This part contrasts the excitement of surfers with the fear of residents, showing the human element of the storm. In places like Cape May, the towering waves that frightened some were a siren call for adrenaline junkies. Skilled surfers ignored safety advisories, riding 12-foot swells as police sirens and megaphone warnings echoed along the shore. Spectators watched with a mix of wonder and unease, witnessing the ocean's raw power unleashed. For locals, however, the storm brought only dread. A shopkeeper in Long Beach remarked, "We're used to storms, but this water is relentless, rising faster and higher than anything we've seen. It's like the sea is reclaiming the land." By Thursday evening, officials along the coast shifted into high alert mode. New Jersey's governor declared a state of emergency, cautioning that deadly rip currents would threaten all oceanfront beaches for days. He urged people to avoid flooded roads, secure outdoor items, and be ready to evacuate if conditions deteriorated. In North Carolina's Outer Banks, storm surges flooded Highway 12, isolating communities like Ocracoke Island from ferry access. The state mobilized over 200 National Guard members and 3 swiftwater rescue units to prepare for potential emergencies. Further north, New York and Long Island authorities issued similar alerts. Beaches from Rockaway to Southampton were closed, with lifeguards and police preventing swimmers from entering the dangerous surf. Emergency teams reinforced vulnerable dunes in areas like Quogue and Fire Island by piling on extra sand to combat the relentless waves. In Ocean City, Maryland, officials took the drastic step of closing all beach access and banning surfing, a decision that frustrated local surf groups. Emergency managers stood firm, warning that even experienced swimmers couldn't survive the powerful rip currents. One lifeguard put it starkly, "This water doesn't care who you are, it will pull you under." Across the region, shelters opened for residents in flood-prone areas, and utility companies positioned crews to handle potential power outages. The unified message was clear: don't underestimate this storm's danger, even if it stays offshore. Hurricane Erin didn't hit land, but its effects rippled from the Carolinas to New York. Flooded roads, eroded shorelines, and waves that dwarfed human scales served as a stark reminder of nature's dominance. For families evacuated in Wildwood, surfers rescued from deadly currents in Ocean City, and Jersey Shore residents watching their dunes disappear overnight, this storm was a wake-up call. As the Atlantic warms and storms intensify, Erin offers a preview of challenges we can't afford to ignore. Preparation isn't just a choice anymore, it's a necessity for survival. Thank you for watching our coverage of Hurricane Erin. If this report resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay updated on extreme weather events worldwide. Leave your comments below. Until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and never underestimate the power of the ocean.